Yo, I have the same. Ah, ah. Hey, you got to be in the beach all the time.
Always, baby. Always. Always.
Dude, I was like looking at it. I was like, I got my office one, and I was like, I want beach today.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Get that tropical vibe always, man.
Yeah, dude, it's great to see you. You're over in Japan right now?
Yup, back in Japan.
Oh man, I envy the food you're eating right now.
How you been, man?
I've been good. Time's flying. It's been what? Oh, shit, I was about to say 2 years. No, it's been 3, 4 years since we were all together.
Yeah, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2022, so yeah, 3 years.
Time flies, man. I'm looking forward to seeing all of us together. I know you're in Japan, but one of these days I'm gonna go over to Cali. I swear I'm gonna see you guys over there.
Just keep me updated, pimpin'. Keep me updated. I'll fly back down.
How long you planning to stay over there, or permanently till any change?
Yeah, still, I'm gonna be here for a minute. Actually, I'm already living here, so it's gonna be a big minute before I get back.
I like it. I like it. Hey, man, might as well be somewhere beautiful. It's different, right?
Right? A little change of scenery never hurt nobody. I heard it
Mm,
inspires people.
yeah. What are you working on lately?
Oh, learning Japanese, more arts projects, music, videos. Been trying to like play around with video editing.
Mm-hmm.
So been putting a bunch of stuff on YouTube.
Kind of like a travel vlog, or like music related. A little bit of
Um,
everything.
Almost like a combination of everything. I just like if I make some music, I'll put it on there. If I record something of somewhere we went, I'll record it up there. If I just want to rant, I just put it up there, you
Hey,
know,
there you go.
and just creating. I like the music editing and the video editing is almost the same, so it's like you're just gonna be like pinching and patching and tweaking and touching. So I
Mm-hmm.
just enjoy it, just like helps me take the mind off of everything and just
Mm-hmm.
how about you?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I've been slacking on my video editing major. It's been 2 years since I put anything out. It's been about 2 years since I even gone spearfishing, so that's out. I'm in Atlanta, so it's now rivers and mountains. It's total different for me.
Wow, you moved to Atlanta?
Yep, I'm living with my girlfriend up here. Um, and it's been good. It's been good. It's good change, close enough to the family. I get to travel. Hey, man, Florida takes you like 8 hours to get out of. Here, it's like 3, 4 hours in any direction. You're in a different state.
Yeah, because they have like a major international airport, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Atlanta something. It's Atlanta International Airport. I'll call it that.
Yeah. Wow. So how is the ATL?
Dude, all right. So I am 20 minutes or 30 minutes away from downtown. I'll be honest with you. I like where I am because it's far away from the city, right? I get to be a little more chill. I get to walk through the forest, man. I go looking for mushrooms to cook for dinner. Um, like chanterelles and all that stuff, man. You can find them out here. So it's different. I like it though.
And we got Jesse and Jones coming in.
Uh, we got the whole crew back, or part of it,
Uh,
most of it.
um, Start video. Yeah.
Oh my God, what's up, guys? Dude, I swore those were real.
I know.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
What you do?
Where's the bunny ears?
Oh, the bunny ears are like, I think both of them are in my car, actually.
What's up, Jones?
Sorry.
Hey, Chris.
What's up? Yo, sorry, I was just making sure all my shit was set up.
Trying to put a background up and stuff.
Well, they got some, you know,
Got some
they're on
filters.
an island and shit.
I know. How do you do this?
I want to be on a fucking island right now.
Hey, I'll say we didn't coordinate
we were
this.
Close enough last week. Or technically, we did go on an island, Goat Island.
For a fact, Daniel and I did not coordinate this, though. That's the funny part.
Yeah, y'all just have that mindset.
Yeah.
Relaxation, man. You know, island boy vibes.
Island, man. Hey, what the fuck? What island, y'all rolling up on?
We gotta figure this out.
Are you both in Japan right now?
Oh man, I wish. We got
This
one
is-
man over there.
This is Dream Island.
Dream Island.
Dream Island.
Dream Island.
So,
Streaming from
all the
Tokyo.
dreams come true.
Oh, man, I just drank so much coffee.
Yeah, I came over here.
Oh,
We smoked a bit. I tried his whiskey and tequila and had a sip of his coffee, and I'm ready to fucking go.
yeah, we're ready. We came ready.
You went the two extremes, something to relax and something to wake you up.
Yeah, it's because I'm usually relaxed but amped to fuck up anyway.
How was the river trip?
The river trip was fucking dope. Basically, we're in an area called Pickwick Lake, which is part of the Tennessee River, and we stay on this like 2-story like waterside house with like 2 bedrooms and a bathroom on the first floor and 2 bedrooms and a bathroom on the top floor with a giant living room and like kitchen, eating area. It's got a top and lower patio and balcony kind of deal with its own dock. So we were able to park our pontoon there all week. And it was Jones, myself, and like 8 other girls from our fire performing like company that we work with. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty rough, man.
It was rough. We had to like be men of the house, which is fine, but kind of exhausting.
With 8 girls? Yeah, that's like 4 apiece.
You guys only have 2 hands each. You guys need extra
that's like
hands.
that's
No,
like
I had to be good this year.
yeah. I'm afraid now.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though.
I mean, last time that I messed around on the trip, I ended up with Emma. You remember her?
Well, is it from this same Platoon trip?
What?
Was it from this same trip, but like that year?
It's the same trip, but that year. So that's why I had to be good this year. And like nothing.
No troublemaking.
You
I will
learn
not-
from your mistakes. You know, no,
that
it's-
wasn't
Yeah,
it wasn't
I mean-
necessarily a mistake. It was
Yeah.
just an error decision.
I think
It had
I think
its
was a
errors.
good- I think
It had its errors, but it was also nice
yeah.
for me. Anyway.
Something is like, what the hell are these more guys talking about?
I mean,
I ended up dating this chick that I hooked up with at the last time I went on this trip,
uh-huh.
but I'm not dating them anymore. But at the time, it was just like, oh, like you're like maybe I ended up taking a room for an evening or something when I'm sharing it with someone else. But yeah, that it was kind of like, hey Jesse, don't get ahead of yourself this year. I'm like, okay, I'll be fine. I'll be good.
And we were drinking this Jack like it was water, and it was just like evaporating. It was fucking crazy.
Wait, was it that hot?
It was 95 with very high humidity. I didn't even check what it was. It's just like you step outside, and it's not like Florida. It's not that bad, but it's just like you step outside and you're not just sweating immediately, but you just feel it in the air. And you're also like feeling a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like your skin just feels so much, has more
Stickier?
moisture.
Hydrated.
You're hydrated,
Yeah, like,
you feel more hydrated, but you're also getting dehydrated because it's just fucking hot out. So it's like the air would be warm when we'd be on the boat going. The air is fantastic, and depending on the depth of the water was like a bath. It was like really nice, not like jacuzzi temperature, but It was like as though someone left the jacuzzi off for an hour or something and started hopping in there.
Wow, that sounds like Japan temperature right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys are heating up.
Ocean water is that warm, or is it just like the lakes? 'Cause we're
Everything. It's like 100 degrees
for the
with
water.
100% humidity.
Ew.
Wow.
So when you go outside, you just
start melting.
you're hot, you're sweating, and the next thing you know, you're like, I need water, but you can't drink anymore.
Yeah. We're drinking
God.
enough alcohol. We should get. We've been saying this for a couple of years, but we should get sponsored by fucking White Claw.
Oh my God.
Because we buy so much of it.
I think they must have bought a pallet of White Claw. Like,
That, and we had tequila, whiskey. Someone brought some rum later, vodka. But we would drink so much, but it's so hot that we like sweat it out and don't. You don't get
like.
I couldn't get trash. Someone else did, but
and then you're like, it's it. It's gone. It fucking evaporates out of your skin right there.
I got a buzz going, but it was like I couldn't get there. That, and it was hard for me to get there anyway because I felt like I had the responsibility to like look after all of these other people trying to get drunk too. So
You sound like a handful.
Like driving the boat.
Wait, you were actually the captain?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, he was driving the whole time.
So wait,
like, I accept responsibility.
Like, if Jones wanted to drive, that's cool. Jones?
What?
What was Jones doing?
Mingling and maintaining party status.
He was the entertainer of the group.
We were all entertainers.
I'm the local pyromaniac. So.
Yeah, he was whipping out the flame squirter whenever he had the chance. It wasn't a flamethrower. It didn't come out in that way. It came out as a stream of gas that was lit on fire.
That's how most of them are, though. That's like
a stream of liquid gas. Yeah.
Wait, is this the what was it? The Boring Company one?
No, it was. Do you know what brand it was? You're holding it all the time.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a big black one that
it's got
has it's like a tank
fire sticker on it, like a fucking like the old school. It looks like the old school fucking airplane guns that you would like
lean forward a little bit.
It's like the old school fucking like Gatling guns, you know. It's like all, guns. So yeah, it's all like cut out, like a long ass barrel that has like holes all cut through it. Yeah, it looks
pretty
sick.
intense.
I need to see a picture now,
dude. I saw the video you posted. He was literally just above, like the lake, you know, at the dock.
Yeah.
Which video is this?
He was shooting a firework at the same time.
Which video is this?
It was a story on Instagram from last
and Facebook, I think, right?
No, I don't post stuff on Facebook really.
No.
I posted some shit like that. And fucking
yeah, you
one of those nights.
So what's happening?
Just got back like yesterday. Or day before yesterday, really. Damn.
From the Tennessee trip?
Yeah, from the Tennessee trip. We were there for like a week.
Woo. Next time you guys do that, you have to tell me. You're right in my backyard.
I know. We just have to figure out how to get you in because it's like basically ran by our boss, so she has a say in who's at the house.
Well, you can always go camping.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, dancing fire. The dancing fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can call me Smokey the Bear.
Sounds good. So shoot, like what's been up?
Yeah, something has just been updating me. He's currently in the ATL, and he ain't spearfishing no more.
You're not spearfishing anymore?
I'll be honest with you, man. It breaks my heart, but since I moved here with work, every time I go down to Florida, it's either family or friends, I don't have time for everything, you know.
You never really give it up though. It's just something that you put off to the side for a bit. Something
Yo.
you enjoy. It's not like I'm done.
Oh God, the day I say I'm
never
done,
again.
I better literally be in a wheelchair and unable to do it.
Yeah. How's the water for like scuba diving in Georgia?
Oh man, I've heard. So I've never done it myself, but I've heard the people that do all the certifications. They go in lakes like Lake Lanier. Man, it's like freaking murky as hell. I think Lake Lanier was actually a whole entire city that got like.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so they got filled up. So check this shit out. I've been going to Pickwick Lake in Tennessee for like, this is the 6th year now. Not in a row, but like gone over this past 6 years. Anyway, I just found out that, okay, it's a man-made lake. There's a dam, this whole deal. It's on the Tennessee River. But apparently there were like settlements and shit that like were there in the 30s or 40s, and they like basically got everyone to move out, and they just filled the fucker up. So like, there's places where the water's like less murky, and you can go scuba diving and shit.
Wait,
churches.
what?
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
Walt's son, Oliver. I think that's his name. But he was telling me about it, or they're like kind of letting us know like what areas have that, and you can like see churches and buildings and all this shit underwater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like, oh well, it's all here. Elliot. Thank you. Elliot.
I think Lake Lanier has a similar story, except now it's known as haunted. The real truth behind it is people just get shit-faced, go to that lake, maybe don't know how to swim, and there's a lot of cars and like things under the water. And they get stuck on them. Yeah, they get stuck on them and just drown.
Yeah, there's a Indian burial ground at under the water in Pickwick too. I guess that's what.
What?
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, so originally a lot of the land was native land, right? So there's got to be a bunch of burial grounds around. People build on top of those towns, or on top of that area with like to make towns and stuff. And if that area was cleared out and then filled with water, therefore there were probably Indian burial grounds underwater at Pickwick Lake. Because this lake is fucking big. It takes, would you say it would take like an hour to get from our place to like the big cove where everyone parties? Maybe a little less, like 45.
On the party boat, yeah, for sure.
On the pontoon,
probably take like 30
we're
to
going
45
like,
minutes,
like
for
30
sure.
miles an hour in that thing.
Yeah,
that's a massive area to flood.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking massive.
But see, the thing is like maybe it was already like kind of a valley, and it would like flash flood anyways. So they were kind of just like, let's dam it off, and then like, you know, there could have been like a reason they were planning on doing that anyways.
Yo.
And that's
so
how
Daniel,
it is in, yeah.
My bad. Are you in Tokyo right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuchu specifically.
Fuchu.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The oasis of Tokyo.
Well, you saw Kiki-san showed us Emblem is completely empty now.
It is. I actually saw Marvin and
It's over there. No, behind him, but it's full of ash.
Marvin and I, the chick that used to work there.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually saw them like 2 weeks ago. So I believe Marvin should be coming next month to visit you.
Yeah, supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah.
He won't. I'm like, hey, like I've asked you like 5 times. Why aren't you telling me when you're coming through? And he's like, because I haven't exactly bought the tickets yet. And I'm like, okay, just tell me that then, so I don't feel like an asshole asking you so many times.
That is Marvin for you.
Yeah, it's fine though. I don't mind.
But I haven't seen Kiki-san. Maybe I'll do an adventure up to Adachi and see how Kiki is doing.
Yeah, like tell him we say hi. I miss the dude. I haven't spoken to him in a bit. It's just kind of like fell off a bit, but I know he's doing good.
Yeah, COVID was an interesting time for all of that, and I know Kiki-san was pretty vocal about many of the things in Japan. So at least it was good to like hear about it, even though I couldn't be there. Yeah.
And he posted it on Facebook, right?
All the time.
Kiki on
all
Facebook,
the time.
Whether it's music events or like teaching.
Huh?
Whether it's like music events or teaching, like or like Japan related like holidays and stuff, or teaching like about language or experiences.
I need to check out his Facebook. I'm never really on Facebook.
Kikichi.
Unless I need something, then I start searching on Facebook. But normally I'm never really on Facebook.
Daniel, let me tell you, when we first met Kiki-san, so obviously I believe, was it Jesse, you were already with him, or I was already you were already with him, and then I showed up and we all just started mingling, and then little by little, Kiki-san was like, hey, I want to show you guys around. I want to be your tour guide. I'll be completely honest with you. I thought we were about to have to start paying the man money to walk around the city with us. I thought he was like trying to sell us a tour guide. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll like, he just wanted to join us and talk English. And then, then we.
Cool. He was my first friend that I made there.
Kiki-san.
He's an interesting.
Kiki-san. That's what I remember him as. I don't remember this Kiki-san you're talking about.
I'll never forget like picking up that bottle for that sake. Like we went and got the bottle of sake.
Yeah, and we're like just drinking on the street.
Then we went into this back alley and we're just like passing it around, and Kiki-san, holy shit! And then we just like pass it to him, and he was just like, "Fuck it, dude." And he just.
You're saying the vending machine, right? We were downtown and there was that vending machine. And we just typed it in, or are you talking about the big one we got from the grocery store?
The grocery, like that little liquor store on the corner.
Yeah.
We like walked in there and grabbed some sake real quick, walked back out, and we were around Golden Guy, I think.
I still have that photo, man. I love it. I still got that.
Have that tattoo too.
Yeah, do you still have that tattoo?
I got this one.
Yep. I like to joke that he and I got matching tattoos without really getting matching tattoos.
That trip to where were we to try and look for him in like Harajuku or something?
So
that was a fucking mish to get back.
Daniel, we for some reason got impulsive. And Chris, was this before you got there, or was this kind of like I think this was right before Chris got there, right?
He didn't show up too long after me. I probably just said like, hey, we're gonna go do this, and he's like, cool, I'm gonna kick it.
Okay, yeah. And then he and I, like, it was like 8 p.m. already, and we're searching up for tattoo parlors, and it's taking us like far downtown, deep into Tokyo, and down a bunch of alleyways, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, we went down a lot of alleyways and just like random streets, and like got my phone like looking at directions and stuff, but fuck taking a fucking taxi because that was expensive as hell, and that was towards the end of my trip anyway, and so I didn't have as much money as I did to start off with, and then like just finding the right trains to get on. We made it back.
Kind of. So after we went down to the alleyways, we got lost. And I think our phones died or something.
Yeah.
So we had to jump a fence to get onto the railroad. Right? If you don't remember that, we had to jump a fence to try and get to the right side. And then we asked these two young Japanese guys, "Hey, do you know where the train is in Japanese?" As best as we could. It was like Koko Densha, like basic, right? Like crappy. And then they just turned around, laughed at us, and like kind of flicked us off, or like ran off, like in a very rude way. No, they were. I'll be honest, they were the only rude people. Yeah. It took us still like half an hour, and the trains are about to close down, but we made it to the trains, and it was exhausting. We sat there, literally. Lack of spirit in our souls.
I think you cried.
We both cried, man. We gave each other hugs. Like, this is okay. It's okay.
I was like, this is fucking mish, but it was a memory for sure.
Yeah, man. So, Daniel, what adventures are you up to lately?
Me?
How familiar are you with your area now? You're out there for how long now? Like a couple months?
Be about came in 2 months.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
2 months.
It feels like a lot longer. I don't know why time flies so quick.
Actually, for me, time is moving slow. Time is moving hella slow. Because it's like everything is different. The weather, the food. So I get into this like delusion of what is really real, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I just had that full-on experience yesterday because we just got back from like the greenest place that I've.
It's one of my favorite places on earth.
It's just
it's
like
so green
full
and
of
like
trees and like
beautiful. The skies are amazing. Anyway,
and then the
like,
next day I'm driving and there's just like a ton of cars and it's
being
just
there and then being here like immediately within a day is just like it's like I was happy to come back just because it had been quite a week.
Yeah.
But there's more stuff to do and get done. It's like I'm happy to continue moving forward with them. Like,
but you know how that feeling like makes you confused inside, and you're like, I have no idea if I'm just like in a simulation or I'm actually in real life, because I can't really figure out what tastes like, what is taste supposed to taste like.
It's culture shock, dude. It's just like you're used to it, but you're still like in such an alien place to like what you're used to, you know? And like they're like, as you are realizing, it's like their thoughts on like what things should taste like are so different. And they also just have like a completely different way of cooking. So it's just kind of like trying to understand what's good.
Everything is good, but everything is like
it's weird
at the same time, because you're like
it's not what you're used to seeing. But if you close your eyes, or
what
even
is
the texture
real meat?
too, the texture.
How does real meat taste like?
What?
How does real meat taste like?
What do you mean, real meat?
I don't like right now. I have no idea how meat is supposed to taste like.
It's supposed to taste however you want it to taste, because you're like adding seasonings and salts and whatever to it.
No
but
seasonings,
like
no salt.
You know, like
I'm eating minerals and crystals.
Huh?
I'm eating minerals and crystals.
I mean, like at a subatomic level, sure.
No, that's what they call it.
What? Oh,
that's what they call, like, majority of their seasoning are like
they're crystals and
minerals. Like, what was the one? There's one you get from like a shell. They concentrated.
Calcium?
Huh?
Calcium?
It's not calcium. It's another one.
Umami.
Collagen.
Collagen, I think. Yeah. And they get it from like shells, and like they use that as a seasoning. And everything tastes textbook, if that makes any sense.
It tastes like a textbook?
No, it's like when you think of like strawberry tea, it tastes like strawberry tea.
Oh, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Instead of where in America it probably isn't.
So when you get, like, for example, if you get yogurt, you get yogurt. Yogurt tastes like yogurt all across the board. Your yogurt candy tastes like yogurt. Your yogurt cereal tastes like yogurt. Your yogurt cigarettes taste like yogurt. That textbook taste is for everything.
That's pretty dope. I would love that. If things tasted exactly what it's like, what your mind's eye, or like what your mind thinks it's supposed to taste like.
And like, it's weird because we talk about it, so it doesn't really exist.
But like, isn't that like part of the surprise of like eating something new is like not knowing exactly how it tastes? It's like, you know, like.
Well, it's the label, but if you're buying something that's like,
but like, it actually matches your expectation. That's the scary part. whatever you were imagining, it matches your expectations with a little extra on top.
I mean, isn't something you would want?
Consistency, like that consistency where you know what you're gonna get.
It's scary crazy.
Why is that? Is that how Japan?
He's like, hold up. That's what he's saying. He's like, everything is.
Yeah. I understand that.
I can't
like
put it in front of you, like in front of your chest.
Oh, it's disappearing.
There you go.
Okay.
This is lemon
Cigarettes.
lemon honey, and it tastes like lemon honey.
Is that a cigarette?
Yes.
Oh, actually, wow.
This is peach tea, passion tea. I'm smoking Earl Grey.
Oh damn! I love Earl Grey. That's so wild.
Damn.
This is funny. Whiskey.
You bought all of these different kinds of cigarettes?
Yes.
But are these the vaporized cigarettes, or are these like the?
No, these are actual cigarettes.
Astral.
Actual.
Oh, actual cigarettes.
And they taste like the label. So it feels like I was smoking a hookah.
Do you feel like that when you're in California?
Hell no. I smoke, what do I smoke? I can't remember what I smoke. Marlboro Golds. Tastes like shit.
Smoke.
I don't like the taste. I personally don't like the taste, but I smoke them. But here it's like there's a yogurt one I can't find. I think it's downstairs. It tastes like yogurt. A cigarette that actually tastes like yogurt. And the scary part is the yogurt you're thinking right now, it tastes just like that.
How does it feel to live in the future?
Kind of scary.
It's kind of scary.
Kind of scary.
Daniel's gonna go to that one sushi restaurant where they 3D print the sushi. You ever seen that?
No. What?
Yeah, they 3D print all the parts to molecularly give your taste buds. They analyze your taste buds and give you exactly the best tasting sushi for your taste buds. It's like it was a whole thing a while ago. Yeah.
Hey Daniel,
that is sickening. I want it.
If you were in Saitama, what would rent be looking like after like nowadays, you know? For like a single room, you know, or whatever.
Is compared to California, is cheap. Let me say it that way.
Yeah.
Cheaper than California. Way cheaper than California. So like here, we're paying $1,500.
For a 2-bedroom?
2 bedrooms, yeah.
Dude, I'm paying more than that for a 1-bedroom here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
How much is it here?
1,500
for the 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so same price then.
Oh my gosh.
It's different design though.
Yeah, this is compact. The best way to describe this is compact.
But it's like you said, it was 2 stories.
2 stories, yeah.
Yeah.
But the way it's designed is, I think I told you before, it's
yeah. That's pretty well.
What they call it, or someone called it a shotgun house, shotgun home, because it's like a shotgun from the front end to the back, and it'll just go straight through.
Yeah, and the house is catching on fire pretty quickly.
Ooh, is that happening lately?
Yeah, because of the heat, it's been ridiculously hot, so everything just burns up like whoosh. Especially like Saitama. It's actually funny that you mentioned that place. That place is always under some calamity.
Really?
Yeah. They have the hail, like when I first got here, they had like golf ball size hills.
What the fuck?
Then
damn.
Last week they were flooded. Like everything happens in Saitama, like in Tokyo, everything happens in Saitama.
So that's why I want to be there.
You know which area I would love to spend some time in, which I don't think, Daniel, how often do you go to Kyoto or Osaka? I mean, Osaka.
Bro, I just got here.
Yeah, but did you go last time when you were there?
Yeah. I went the first time I went here, I came here with Yui, then I went another time. I went there twice, I believe.
That is my dream place to go to. I've heard it's like Venice, but in Japan, like with the street food and.
Venice.
I'm not talking about the luxury part. I'm talking about the street food and everything.
Like Venice Beach or Venice, Italy?
Like, because it's on the like, there's a giant river that goes through, like small rivers that goes through it, and at least that's what my friend told me.
In Sakura.
And, yeah.
Well, if it's the river you want, or the like, where I'm at, there's the Tama River.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's right there. But the scary thing about it is when you're walking around, you'll see markers.
Okay.
So I asked, like, what are these markers? That's where the river like overfloods all the way. It can overflood the whole town.
Ooh.
So that's like the markers. So when you get here, they always tell you like, this is the exit route of how to get out if the river overflows.
So it's flash floods, because I mean, if they're telling you a route, then that can get flooded quickly. Is that the case?
Yeah. So rivers in Japan is kind of a scary place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's actually funny. I heard like a kind of crazy, I don't know if it's true or not. I was like, where are all the homeless people in Japan? You know? And they're like, oh, they always used to sleep by the river.
Well,
So where are they now? Ask the river.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's how like unpredictable and like dark their humor is. He was like,
Ask the river. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
You know, you guys and Chris Jones are the only. Chris Jones are the only ones I really keep in contact with. I remember there was one guy who was a doctor.
Oh, the dude from friggin' Brazil or whatever?
Yeah, dude. What was he? Chris Dill, yeah. But the doctor, he was there for like, no. That was Chris Dill's the scientist who like, you know, whatever, some bio.
Wasn't he from like Alabama or somewhere like that?
Yes. He was.
Yeah, my stuff.
He was about to get married, and he wanted to travel and do crazy shit before he got married. And so we went out with him, and I don't remember much. We all went out with
Izakaya, or like,
was that the Izakaya trip?
It was the one we got that curry, that like $2-3 curry. And like we were starving, we were downtown, we had drank a lot, and there was $3 curry or $4.
Oh, is that where we stepped out front and that like dope red car was there? In like Odaiba?
That like small but cool car, yeah.
Was that in like Asakusa or something? Because we like walked to like, didn't we go to like a sex shop and stuff?
We bought a few things there.
Yeah, we went to the sex shop. We went to.
You guys were testing out the demo shit a little bit with your fingers, and
it was funny. It was a funny trip.
The basement.
We were in Asakusa walking around, passed by like what used to be the Sega building, because I think Sega is now like done.
Akihabara.
Yeah, Akihabara. Not Asakusa. That's Asakusa's. They've got a giant temple. Yeah. How about mix it up? Akihabara. Yeah. And then we went and got that curry, and there's like the cool cars outside.
And then the night began.
You know, it's actually funny. That trip for me, I think I drank every single day for the entirety of my stay there.
I remember you talking about it.
We didn't help.
I need to take a break. I've been drinking every single day, Jesse. I'm like, oh, for sure. It's cool. You want some sake?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
It didn't help that there was a store like 1 minute walking across the street with the biggest bottle.
Literally across the street. Right across the street.
When I went to the market, it was so dope. That was market was right there. and like being able to pick up a bunch of Japanese barbecue meat and just like in the hospital. It was so cheap. But yeah, first day I'm like, I'm gonna get a big bottle of sake, and this is how I'm gonna meet people today. Bring it up to the fucking spot and be like, would anyone like to drink with me? I can't drink this to myself because I'll still get shit faced.
Oh my god!
Daniel almost didn't join.
Almost.
But
now, the most special day. I have to say the most special day was, of course, Daniel's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Celebrated on that rooftop. Got a shit ton of food that day. Had some special trips.
That was awesome.
I can't remember anything, honestly.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
They're called strongs.
I got little bits and pieces.
Yeah, I'm getting flashes, you know?
Was it the first night that I was crawling on the floor asking for a cigarette?
I mean, you're speaking like 3 different languages in one sentence.
Same sentence.
You would speak 3 languages, but somehow you could sit up and you could play the piano just fine. And like,
I was only playing like the beginning part of "In the End" by late Linkin Park. But I thought it was up. I'm like,
no, I swear you're playing some other shit too.
Really interesting. Maybe
that
part.
That place had was worried about our group because you two were the fire performers pulling up, asking literally about to freaking perform without, and then they just started like shutting that down. But you guys eventually got it done. So,
well, we asked and they said no thank you, and we're like, all right, cool, so I'll just spin without any fire, it's all good. And then there was one night we had our drinks or whatever and it was late and we're like, all right, I have the video too, and it says Daniel being like, if any of you motherfuckers say anything, snitches get stitches.
He made sure to get everyone's faces. I think Jones, did you cover your face? Were you the one who no?
He's just
that was
fun. I don't even remember.
He's like, I ain't here.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was epic, but now Emblem no longer exists.
Yeah, but there's other ones, right?
I believe, yes, there are 2 more in Kanazawa and Hokane, I believe.
I mean, I don't know where those are at this very moment, but that'd be pretty cool to do another Emblem stay.
Yeah.
Because if that one was that cool, I've seen some pictures of one of the other ones, and it looks pretty nice. And they have their own little Sento in there.
Yeah, onsen.
Well, it's a Sento because it's indoor bath. Probably ran out.
All I know is hot water and a
public bath, and I can't go there.
Huh?
Oh no, we did. We found one. Don't you remember?
We went to a Sento. It's not onsen.
Oh,
it's a public bath that allows people with tattoos, and it doesn't matter.
Well, that day, Daniel impressed me because he got meat in a mall. We're getting steak and corn at a mall. What are you talking about, man? That's mall food.
Context, please.
Yeah.
We're just talking about.
So remember,
meat.
Remember the day we all went walking around town, we went to that mall to just kind of check things out, grab some food. We did we had drinks in the park. I was doing Yeah. So
like a yoga day.
Huh?
Well, like a yoga day. You were doing yoga.
Yeah, yoga day.
Yeah, and that day we hit I made a video. I made a 2-minute short video, relaxed little video. That had to be I think we were all hungover, every single one of us, chilling in that park, just watching you do yoga and falling asleep, listening to music. And then was that after the bath or before?
I think it might have been before.
Before. We were killing time because they opened late.
Yeah. They opened at like 4 or 5 or something.
I felt like a new person coming out of that though.
I felt that was dope.
New.
But Daniel, he got the steak and stuff when we were at the mall. Like I can't remember why I got to eat, but we all look over and he's got like his steak with corn and other shit, and we're just like, what the fuck? They have that here? And you fucking love it.
This place is seriously hilarious. Because everywhere kind of reminds me of like Adachi. It's like they took a copy of Adachi and they like pasted it everywhere in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, and to clarify, when we were in the mall, it was a food court. It wasn't like we were going to different restaurants. It was a whole fucking food court of all these different awesome foods. And yeah.
That's what surprised me even more, because food court food, I kind of expect like base level, nothing special.
Subpar.
Oh my God, I remember the steak. I remember the mall meat now. Holy shit.
I tried to buy it. It was bomb.
I remember the mall meat.
Jones, that's it's pretty impressive, right? Like
the mall. Hey, that mall meat was pretty grade A mall meat, I would have to say.
They marinated it with the clothing and everything. You gotta keep all the spices going.
Oh. Wait,
Yeah,
didn't
man.
you cook also, Jones, while you were there?
What?
Yeah, we cooked some.
We made Japanese barbecue.
Yeah, we went to the Eon and fucking got the
Aeon Market.
It was like pre-marinated and everything.
Yeah, we had pre-marinated stuff and then some stuff that we just did salt and pepper, and we got veggies because like we wanted to get Japanese barbecue, but we didn't want to have to go to a place and pay all the extra money, so we paid less than what it would cost for us to both go at the market, bring it across the street to Emblem and cook. And people are like, what are you doing? We're like, eating Japanese barbecue, and we have the like have the skillet on the little hot plate in front, like between us, sitting at the table, and we're just keep throwing stuff on there to cook while we're eating everything else. And we had like, didn't we have rice too?
Yeah, we had like rice and a bunch of meat and like some onions or something.
Or like
bok
choy and like lettuce, so we could like make wraps and stuff. Yeah, we were on it, dude.
And we had some sauce that we got some boss sauce and all that shit sauce. And then I think we got like double the fucking. It was on sale because it was like cherry blossom season or some shit. So
exactly.
Like,
it was time for people to go to the market and pick up a bunch of different barbecue stuff and have their picnics outside by the sakura.
Sakura blossom.
I don't know about you guys. This is gonna sound strange for anyone else who hasn't been there, but I mean, we've all had amazing food. But the food I miss the most is that 7-Eleven gyudon and those like onigiri, like with the pork belly on the inside.
Yeah, I like the little karaage from the 7-Eleven.
Is chicken fillets in the bag. Oh my fucking God.
Oh, the pizza buns, man. The pizza man. Oh, dude.
All the little bakeries over there.
Yeah. That pizza was fucking weird though.
Yeah, the pizzas. That was also another experience because they put mayonnaise. They put some weird stuff on the pizza.
Their Kewpie mayo is fucking bomb though.
Yeah.
The Kewpie.
But so Daniel met my friend Siraj, who was Dawson for Halloween one year. That's how Daniel remembers him. And, you know Siraj?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, he's in like Memento drum and bass kind of like group.
Yeah.
But he's planning on doing a Airbnb party for a grand convergence of like planets or something, March 18th in Kyoto. So he's gonna have like an Airbnb party and like go run around Osaka like for a couple days before. So I'm kind of keeping it within my sights to go, if possible. I'd like to. It sounds like a good time.
What month?
And March. For
Daniel's like, I'm there. I'm there.
Because they start early now.
But how is the border situation right now?
The prediction is that they'll be able to open up more in October or November.
Okay.
For like tourism.
Okay.
Which always blows my mind that tourism is not that big of an importance to their economy.
It is. Like right now, the yen is low.
Well, now it's like,
how much?
What is it, like 90 something?
No, it's like 100 to like $70. 10,000 yen is like $70. Before it used to be like 100 to 100.
Almost, yeah. It was like 111 yen.
Oh wow!
When I went,
it's gone
13 yen.
Yeah, 100. It's 130 right now. When we were there, I always called it in my mind. It was like 100 yen, $1, 1,000 yen, $10, and now it's like 100. Yeah, 136 yen per dollar.
Yep. So it's like 30 more.
Like 2% or something.
I don't know.
Dude, now with the euro, with the dollar being worth more than the euro and everything.
Oh, dude, it's such a trip. I'm like, oh, I want to go to Europe. I just want to go everywhere.
Just dollars, we're worth more than you now.
Dollar has become king.
It's like going to Mexico again. I'm just kidding. Going to Thailand, that shit.
Ooh. Actually, Thailand is open, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Thailand is open.
To Americans?
For real?
For everybody.
Yeah, everyone can go.
They're letting us in places now?
They've been letting
people in places.
No,
yeah,
they're letting the animals out of the cage, man. They're fucking up. They're letting them.
Now we have another monkeypox and another variant to worry about.
Yeah, there's monkeypox now.
Well,
yeah. What is monkeypox?
It's like chickenpox.
It's a skin disease.
Yeah, is it closer? It's closer to smallpox, right?
Yeah, I think so. From what I've read, it's like you get like these blemishes on your skin and like fever and things like that.
The wild thing is it's both an STI and like a touch, like contact, like physical touch on the blisters as well. So you can get it either, STI wise or just by.
Wasn't it more popular amongst the like homosexual community?
Yeah, I just didn't want to,
Well, it's not. It doesn't matter.
No. It is statistically right now. They're releasing all the stats for the gay community or the LGBTQI plus community just for awareness because it is pretty common in the gay community right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I heard a couple months ago. I don't know what's going on at this point.
There wasn't too many cases, but
no, it's not like big enough of a blip to be of like major concern.
They are bringing in hundreds of thousands. Like the CDC did buy hundreds of thousands of, like California, at least from what one other person told me, is that they are vaccinating gay people for monkeypox already.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just prioritizing them who are likelier to get it.
Sure. Yeah, the more at risk.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a wild stuff out there, man. If it's not one thing, it's another, right?
Yeah, it's true.
It's the beginning of the world. Now we're going to develop space travel.
Burning Man. Jones is coming too.
Oh yeah, August, right?
August next month, at the end of the month.
Yeah, we got it.
Like the last week of August, and it's like it ends on Labor Day, which is like always a Monday, and it's going to be the date of September 5th this year.
You have practice coming up, don't you?
I have on August 6th and 7th. I have practice with a group called Luminous, and they are the procession group, which takes the special flame that's created at the beginning of the week by a magnifying glass they take the flame and bring that to the center of the map, which is the man, pass the flame off to the people that they need to, and then it starts off the whole like celebration. So from there, I'll be walking from what's called, so I'm going from center camp, which is the center of the map, to the man, which is like kind of east from there, and then I think it's like a quarter mile that I have to walk on stilts, then get there, walk around the man, breathing fire on stilts with like a group of other people, and we'll have fire, fan, and hoop people performing, and we start the event, and then after that, all of the conclaves, which are like the fire performance groups, they all have their performances around the man. Then everyone sits down, and then you have what do they call them? The sand people?
Sandmen.
The Sandmen. They have these people that are called the Sandmen. They walk around, make sure that everyone's sitting the fuck down, and if they see you running around, they will tackle your ass.
They will bring
for
you to
safety
the sand.
reasons.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
They slam
Their
you.
whole training is just
They will not
grabbing
fuck
you
around.
and tackling the shit out of you. That's the extent of their training.
Because you never know if someone like might run into it or get hurt.
Yeah.
Which has happened. But they bring the Sandmen out, make sure everyone's sitting down, and then they start. They usually start with a giant explosion of flame at some point. It's like they start lighting it, see it catching on fire. There's a fuck ton of fireworks going off, and I'm sure that they have a couple barrels of like some kind of like gasoline or something in there, and eventually the fuse hits and it just goes.
Yeah.
And it's fucking beautiful.
If there's one thing, I know I probably can't join up with you because you both you guys perform, or in some way.
You get to watch it still. You're just not in the thing right now.
Of course, but I would love to go. I'm sure Daniel, one day at least for me, my goal is to go to Burning Man, see all you guys over there. That shit would be a once in a lifetime dream. Yeah,
or multiple if you decide it.
Be a burner.
It's
be
like
a burner.
I mean, you can
just go, man.
Yeah, you just go.
Just like check it out.
Like
it is what it. I mean, it is what you make it. Really, in my opinion, like it's like it is what you put into it. Like if you wanted to bring a piece of your art to
like
it,
what kind
like
of trip do you want to have? What do you want to
focus on? What you thinking about, Santin? What you really thinking about?
Me, I'm gonna be honest. The reason I want to go is I've heard it's like a beautiful community. I'll be honest. Everyone's just having like a fun time. I don't know. Maybe I've seen different things, but people going on their bikes, like all beautiful around the area. Maybe I'm thinking of a different festival, but it's like these.
It's the right one. It's in the middle of nowhere desert, right?
Yeah, it's the colors, man. It's just so. It's just I see it as a beautiful it's a whole like utopia for those days. They're there of.
For the most part, yeah.
That just seems like it was
there to have a good time for the most part.
Yeah.
There's assholes out there, and there's people that are assholes specifically for Burning Man. And it's a joke. But also, like, I have a friend who's the nicest person ever, but his thing is, like, he'll get drunk and he'll just kick bikes over. Because it's, like, the one time of the year where he can just be an asshole and feel okay about it.
What?
It's the purge.
What's he got against bikes, man?
He walks everywhere. He hates bikes. He thinks you miss everything.
That's true. I agree with him there.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
You do miss a lot of things because you're focused on a goal
kind of agree.
rather than passing through and perusing and like perhaps even mingling.
Because
there's a lot of cool places. There's a lot of places that have bars, chill zones to like hang out or flow in. There's places that make food, that make slushies and smoothies, and everything's free.
wait, run that back.
Hey, so like, make sure you have your ID and a cup, because they're not going to have a cup for you to pour in, but they got booze, and they'll pour that for you.
Is it a kind of like, hey, I might get it free here, but then when someone comes to my station, if I have one, then they're getting it for free. So it's like the whole agreement, like.
So everyone, it's a gifting and trade community. So like maybe you just kind of come up in a conversation with someone and be like, oh, hey, do you want to trade this? And they'll be like, sure, fuck it. You know, that kind of thing. Or it's like everyone giving things to each other.
Daniel, now that's why I want to go, man. It's just it feels like a whole nother world. At least from the outside, it feels like another world. I'm sure you guys can speak about it from first experience, but
unless you're trying to go somewhere, you're not really lost.
I'm okay being lost. I like that.
So,
well, I'm okay wandering.
If you think of a camp, like what kind of camp would you want to go to? Is there something you would want to see?
Man, everything.
Specifically.
Yeah, what about you, Daniel? What kind of place do you want to see at Burning Man?
Honestly, I want to see like the lights, the fire. I want to see that big dude burn. Like that just intensity of how much fire that is what encapsulates me, you know?
You have like a blanket to hold up in front of you when you're as close as we are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the heat's just like blasting on us, just like.
Right? Yeah, if you go, you'll see a lot of lights for sure, but don't look directly in the lasers, man.
Yeah.
They'll tattoo your eyes. You'll never forget.
There's also an airport there.
What?
Yeah, there's an airport there, so you can like bring a jet or a Cessna or whatever, and like they have an airport that you can park your fucking like plane there with a control tower and everything.
I flew in a plane.
I got to fly in a plane a couple times.
It's cool. We went around the burn,
you go
so
around
you
get an eye,
see
bird's eye view.
Like from the top. And, like,
people skydive there too.
I just walked into the airport like I was just like,
can I get a ride?
Yeah, just like, hey, you know.
Sometimes people give you like a coin that has like a pass on it, so you can like go to the airport and be like, someone gave me this like airplane pass, and they're like, all right, cool, like we'll put you on the list.
Yeah.
It's free, yeah.
Yeah, it's free.
But if you're skydiving, you need your own gear. It's not like they're doing tandems unless you meet someone that has the gear and knows what to do and everything. So there's all kinds of people there. And like I was saying, there's a camp for everything. So if you can think of it, it probably exists. There's like the fire camps that we're in, or like there's Camp Wanashatsky, there's District that has parties during the day. There's like Question Mark, that's a huge base camp that's like on one side of the
I would be right behind them, and they're just gonna be blasting the whole time.
Where are you staying?
Yeah, Camp Kinetic.
Oh, you're staying with me, cool.
What? You're Kinetic too?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean,
how do you pick the camps? You just wander?
Well, in our case, like we know the people that run the camp, and so you give them like camp dues, which in my case would be like $200. I think that's what they asked everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But they like provide, I think they're providing like a kitchen, like infrastructure, shade, electricity. So it becomes a 100-person village full of people that all do fire. And it's a lot of people that we know, and it's gonna be fucking epic.
It's like every person there is like a flow artist, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's kind of like the thing.
Yeah, like every person.
The camp is a fire and flow camp. And apparently we're gonna have F1s too.
Every person.
I think
the first time the speakers is COVID, right?
Function ones. Yeah, we're gonna have
function ones are like, yeah, some badass fucking frequencies. They'll be hitting like the fucking back
really
of your skull, you know,
like,
and like your fucking like whole brain will be like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing.
The first one since it was closed down?
Since 2019 was the last one.
Oh, then this is going to be accumulation of everyone building it up, like everything. I can't see the future, but man, this one's going to be special.
Here's the thing: there were 2 Renegade Burning Mans the past 2 years. The Burning Man organization didn't set it up. People just showed the fuck up and made it work.
I swear, it sounds like you guys.
Are you getting a WAP?
I do have a WAP.
A wet ass.
I have
What?
I have a WAP to enter Friday, so I get to enter Burning Man one day early. A WAP is a workers access pass. Which means
not what I was thinking.
I know they decided to call it a workers access pass instead of like an early entry ticket. So I got a WAP, and it's gonna get me into Burning Man.
I was thinking about
early
trying to figure out a WAP situation. Like, help somebody maybe.
Yeah, I'll get in Friday, which like the event opens at midnight Saturday, I think.
Yeah,
but I'd be getting in midnight, Friday evening.
It's midnight Sunday.
Sunday morning it opens, but I get to get there Friday, so I get to get there, pick my fucking spot where I want to be, and it's gonna be awesome. And like set my shit up, help them like set up whatever else needs to be done, and then I'm fucking chilling, and I get to get a view of like the city growing basically, because it's like there's still a fuck ton of people that aren't there. There's like a lot of people there already, just like that have grown the infrastructure for like a month or two. And then like people are out there right now, probably like surveying the area and like getting the city planning ready. It's the same plan every year, but it's just kind of like getting all the markers set and things like that. So
who owns this land?
It's Bureau of Land Management. It's BLM land. It's open land. You can go there whenever you want.
Interesting.
Throughout the year, unless it's like closed for like, you know, nature reasons, I guess. But like it's like a dry lake bed, but it does get water at different times of the year. Yeah. So otherwise it dries out and it turns into the super cracky ground. And eventually the ground starts to get so churned from people walking and riding and driving and stuff on it that it turns into dust. So there are dust storms, giant dust storms. It whites everything out. I tried biking from, like, think of the city as a clock, and I'm going to go from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, straight line. I went out into the dust. I biked around for like maybe 15 minutes, and I started seeing some like the first street. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm already making it across. I get back. I went from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock because I see where I'm going. I just like did a giant U-turn.
So it's gonna be like Mad Max. You're gonna have to put on goggles and everything.
Yeah, you definitely need goggles.
Shit, I gotta think about that. I have to fucking figure out my goggles situation.
I got my goggles. I got my headlamp. Let's fucking go. Oh, I need to get my camel pack set. It's ready.
Yeah, I have my camel pack. It's just like some of the goggles I have.
You have to be very. It's like they have like 10 tenets of the burn, and one of them is being self-reliant. In what is it? Radical self-reliance.
Radical.
Like they have radical inclusion, radical like acts of like helpfulness or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, the whole like
not everybody follows those. And
no,
like, I mean they're hard to always remember all of them. But
I don't
like,
remember all of them, but I try to be a good person while I'm there. But
yeah,
anyway,
try to not be stupid.
Like one of the major ones is being self-reliant. So make sure you have your shit together because people aren't supposed to be looking after you. Yeah, and also on the back of the
don't
ticket,
litter and like don't piss on the ground or whatever, you know.
When you purchase the ticket, you're basically agreeing that if you die there, it's your fault.
A waiver of liability, yeah.
It's a waiver of liability on the back of the ticket.
Well, you have to be really careful of like the vehicles, you know, and like just bring a lot of lights if you ever go for a nighttime.
Don't be a dark wad.
Yeah, it's just really hard to see people, you know.
Don't want to run them over with an art car.
Oh, art car. What is that?
An art car is a vehicle that has been changed into a mutant vehicle. And let's say there's one in San Diego that's a giant golden dragon called Abraxas. And people ride on it and like play DJ sets and it breathes fire.
Yeah. Or there's another one called Charlie the Unicorn. It's a big
You know Charlie,
unicorn.
Charlie the unicorn from YouTube.
Wait,
Wait, hold on. What?
Wait, I'm trying
Candy
to
Mountain, Charlie. Candy Mountain.
It's a car. It's basically
so it's a
car.
giant. It's a giant bus that's been outfitted to look like a giant pink gumdrop mountain with a horse's tail and the horse's like a unicorn's head coming out the front. And it's a traveling party.
And then it
you can hop onto it and it drives while everyone's dancing on it. I've seen a giant fire extinguisher. I've ridden on that.
I've ridden on like a giant Pac-Man ghost.
Oh yeah, there's like a Pac-Man and Pac-Man ghosts that glow, that like have LEDs on it. So at night they look like they're chasing each other.
These are all buses.
These are all like different kinds of
modified cars,
modified
vehicles of all kinds. Yeah,
buses, cars, trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excuse me for saying it's very not very Mad Maxy because
there's a
like goes. There is a Thunderdome.
There's a Thunderdome, man. That's where I got my Burning Man name. I don't use it though.
What's your Burning Man name?
It's Knockout.
Yeah, you know, like 2 men enter,
1 man leave.
2 men enter,
1 man.
You know, like fucking Thunderdome.
Max.
Like,
yeah,
it exists for real.
The Thunderdome.
Yeah.
So wait, what do you guys do in the Thunderdome?
1 man, 2 man enter, 1 man leave.
2 men enter, 1 man leave.
So you guys actually do it. Oh god.
People get hurt.
That's all that has to be said.
So check it out. They put you in a harness. The harness is then attached to bungee cords that are attached to the top of the dome. People can climb on the dome and like cheer down at you and shit. So you're attached to a bungee cord. Then you're like pulled back to like both sides of the dome and slung shot into each other while holding PVC pipes wrapped in like foam and duct tape, and just start beating the fucking shit out of each other.
Yep.
And eventually they take you apart for a second and then like throw you back in, and then whoever, like they'll like, you know, who wins? And they go, this guy. He was like, all right, cool. I did not win. I got knocked the fuck out. But,
oh, dude.
I got knocked out, like hit 3 times in the head, and on the 3rd hit, I just went bloop, and like was hanging in the harness. So I like spun in a circle, and by the time I got 3/4 of the way through, I gained consciousness, grabbed my sword, and like kept fucking going berserk. And then they finally like took us apart. But the guy that fought me, he was a friend of mine, and he ended up like making sure I was good, waking me up every hour or so to make sure, because I probably had a concussion.
Yeah.
But the next morning, Corey, you remember Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes by my bed. He's like, hey, so I know your Burning Man name. I'm like, what is it? I'm like, Knockout. I'm just like, huh, all right, that's not too bad. But when people ask, I'm like, like, guess why it's Knockout? Usually it's a lot of cool answers. I get to peer in what people's minds like think how I got that name or something. Then
Yeah, it wasn't how I was expecting it, you know. I thought you knocked the person out.
I know, that's what most people think. So that's why I'm like, tell me why. It's like, oh, because you're cute. Oh, because you can fight. Oh, you knocked someone out. Or like you passed out. It's like, yeah, I got knocked out at Thunderdome my first year at Burning Man. I've never entered back in there since.
Really?
No.
Redeem your title.
Huh?
Redeem your title now. You can't live.
But have the dude that fought me like go back. No, I'm good.
No.
I'm good. I didn't know that he had like experience in martial arts and an anger management issue.
That's why you train, you know, you train up, you know, you have a perfect montage of you training, you know?
Yeah, maybe next year. I'm fucking jacked.
Just come
You gotta get that PV
But here's my problem. There's only one person that I know would want to fight me.
Who?
And I don't intend to.
No.
Who?
It doesn't matter. You don't know them.
I would do it like if I knew like we weren't trying to kill each
I
other,
will fight you to the death.
Yeah, okay. If we're not killing each other, I'm down.
I wouldn't feel good about fighting Daniel. He's got some fucking reach.
Oh my god!
Did you not see him when we me out here, and I'd be going like this?
Hey, did your girlfriend's dad ever take you boxing again,
Oh yeah,
Daniel?
what the fuck's up with that? Are you still going boxing?
We haven't gone boxing this time because everybody's still busy, COVID and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the gym, I want to start going to the gym here. Actually start gaining weight. Start gaining my weight back because I'm eating 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
So probably next month I'll start going to the gym. Then I'll start working out with him. But because everybody's just been so busy and distant, you know.
You were talking about gaining weight since the time you saw me. Actually, this year, in 1 year, I gained 45 pounds. I'm chunkers right now.
No, I'm still lean and mean, you know. For me, it's more like before I left, I was so focused on like getting here, getting everything right, you know, packing my stuff. So for like the last 3 months, I was eating probably once every 2 days. You know. So
2 days?
Yeah, like I'll eat a burrito today, like 2 burritos one day, and like the next day I won't eat anything till the next day. I'll eat something for dinner or something like that.
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
Just a lot of my mind, you know. I was just processing a lot.
Too much to eat, dude.
Huh?
Eat food.
That's the thing about like that's why my list starts swelling up, because it's like when I get in my zone, I'm in my zone. Like I'm focused, I'm tunnel vision. I will if I'm hungry, I'm like I'm not hungry and I can just keep on going, you know. So
yeah.
Since I've been here, UE forces me to eat at least 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know.
Or you could eat 5 times a day in smaller portions because that's actually better for your metabolism.
Well, that's the thing. Like everything is like we have these little tiny bowls.
Everything's small.
Yeah. Everything is small. So like
I was loving it there.
Rice you get is the same amount of rice like I eat every day, and you're not full, but you're not hungry.
Yeah, that's where you should be.
It's weird.
You are full. You just don't know it for like 15 minutes.
So for me, like if I don't work out, my stomach will start getting bloated, you know. But like I'll start working out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it looks sexy, you know.
Yeah. It's good to work out and then eat afterwards because your body's actually burning a lot more calories doing that.
Interesting.
But I'm still on my crazy time schedule. 4 a.m. I still wake up at 4 a.m. So like,
Jesus,
I have time for like everything in the morning. Like I'm still a very big morning person. So it's like, but I've never like, normally I'll sleep at like 9 o'clock. But since I've been here, I sleep at like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Wait, you get to sleep at midnight, 1 o'clock, and wake up at 4 a.m.?
Yeah. So I don't get
burning the candle.
Huh?
You're burning the candle, my brother.
Both ends, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't get no sleep, but like during the day, I take naps here and there.
I mean, that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
How long are your naps? No wonder it's all fucked up. You keep taking naps and shit. You should just go to bed at like a normal hour and wake up at what supposedly would be a normal hour.
It's impossible. The lights here, the lights is too beautiful.
Get
like,
a fucking face mask.
No. It's like what I mean is like I'll go on the balcony and I'll be on the balcony just looking at like this,
staring at everything,
the clouds, and like, you know, then like the ambulance will pass by, and I'm like, Kyukyusha, Kyukyusha, you know.
what
and it's
ambulance
like,
is Japanese?
yeah, it's like every little thing. And what do you call these bastards? Cicadas.
Cicadas, yeah, they're loud as fuck.
They are screaming. So like yesterday, I was just like on the balcony, like enjoying the whole scenery, and one of them sounded like a dying baby. And I was like, I wonder if anybody like actually sees like a dying baby, and if they will actually do anything about it here in Japan.
Oh, you turned it up. You gotta.
I had it low. It was low. It was down here. And
like,
it wasn't working.
It's
not working. See,
I did it in one try.
Ah!
What the fuck?
Okay, hold on. This is bullshit. What are you doing? What are you doing? Aha!
Oh, you got it.
Lord of Fire, god damn it. Bend to my will.
You're about to say something, Satin?
No, dude, I was gonna say, I mean, I get that though. Like, you can run off. I feel like at a certain point though, you're gonna like it's just gonna like level out, you know. Like you're still gonna appreciate it all. Maybe that's just you're gonna always enjoy. It's gonna be like your meditative state at night, you know. Like you just watching, your people watching, your ambulance watching, your everything watching.
That's every
peaceful.
Day. That's every day. Like it's scary for me because like I never realized how tall I was. Like on a self-conscious level, I thought I was average height, everybody, everything. But being here, you're literally like 2 feet above everybody. You know? So you literally see things in a fully different light.
Wait, because like, why? I lost you for a sec.
For me, like I'm taller than everybody.
You're taller than everyone else. Okay.
So I see things way differently. Way like it never like hit me before, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like, oh wow, we woo, we're all the same height. We're all the same height. But now it's like
stick out like a sore thumb.
Not just sticking out, but it's like looking at them. Sometimes they look like aliens, man. I see where like their stories come from. Like I swear, I saw a guy like he was 2 people in one. He had a long ass torso and tiny feet. You know, so it looked like somebody was like on his shoulders.
Were the arms like appropriate length? Were the arms as long as his torso?
No. The arms were short. The arms were short.
So he had short arms and little feet, but a long torso, and were his legs of normal length?
Are you gonna call him a T-Rex? Are you gonna call him a T-Rex?
It wasn't like this. It was like literally. It looked like
Attack on Titan.
On top of each other, 2 midgets on top of each other.
Attack on Titan.
Pretending to be a human being, you know, and just walking.
I mean, it could have been one for all you know.
And
or like an Oni demon.
But I see how like they get like all their stories and like everything. Like, okay, for example, you and I was coming home the other day, and in the bushes, I spot this thick cat. You know, I just say it's a thick cat because it looks like a thick cat. I pay no attention to it. It comes closer. It's one of those raccoon pandas or panda, the big fluffy ones.
Raccoon dogs. Raccoon dogs.
Raccoon dogs. Raccoon dogs.
Yeah, the raccoon dogs. Shoot, I forget what they're called.
Tanuki.
Tanuki. Yeah, tanukis.
And I'm like, okay, it runs under like the sewage system and everything.
Yeah.
And like, I'm trying to like look like at the edge of the side. A guy just pops up from nowhere. He's like,
Tanukis with those big old balls.
Nah, man, this shit transformed. This Tanuki transformed into a human being. There's no other explanation. That shit transformed from an animal to a human being. I was like, I'm watching you.
You saw it like go around the corner and change into a person?
Because the timing was too perfect.
Have you seen the Miyazaki movie or like the shoot? What is it called?
Ghibli movie. You was telling me about it.
The Studio Ghibli movie for the Tanukis?
Guess what?
What?
It was filmed in this area.
No way.
That
scene is in Fuchu?
Yes.
That whole movie is in Fuchu?
Yes, because I like...
They did copy everything.
They did. That's
they
what
copy all the buildings.
And you guys like, art imitates life and life imitates art.
Yeah.
I see these people transforming before my eyes.
Seeing Tanukis turn into people that are long with too long a torso.
Man, that one was just the day I was going to class. That was the weird part. I was going to class and I have like 30 minutes before class. I'm already downstairs just waiting, you know? I'm just sitting down. Everybody's walking around. And I got this like, what do you call it?
Somebody's crawling behind you.
Cat. Oh, no, it's a person.
he's transforming into Tanuki.
Like what?
I got this like MIB vibe, you know?
Okay.
And everybody like height-wise, like you will see a tall guy with like abnormally long arms. Or you will see like a guy that has no eye, like his eyelids overlaps his eyes. So you wonder like, how do you actually see? And they're all like
weirdly shaped,
weird proportions, weird everything. Like you'll see a buff chick, like a chick that's like super buff, you know. Then you'll see one that's like just like pencil legs. It's like, it's weird. It's the dynamics, and everybody wear the same colors, same clothes, same everything. All workmen wear white shirt, black pants, and it's like they all wear the same white tape, like they all get it from the same tailor. Everything is cut the same. Like it's scary the way the bottle is, like the shape of the bottle is the fridge is the exact size for the bottle.
Oh, well, like that you slip it in?
Mm-hmm. So when you want to put like your milks, the milks has already been cut out specifically for that size.
Yeah, they're very like innovative in making shit like A to B very quickly, making everything like
everything is a puzzle in its own. So I guess it's still culture shock.
Yeah, because like, you've been there a couple times, but you don't. It's like you live there now.
Yeah, so I actually get to go out on my terms. I'm considered my terms.
You're on your terms right now.
Yeah, and people watching has been the most entertaining thing. I don't think that will ever end, because like any anime is like, you will find like one area in Japan that's based on that culture. Like there's a reason for that anime is based on this story of back Oda, like Nobunaga Oda's descendant still lives till today, and he's a figure skater. So like the generation is still like the same. The history is so like ingrained into everything.
Yeah.
That it's like, but perspective wise, like the castles and all the I always thought of them as like huge, but when you actually see the space that they use to create it, it's small. It's abnormally small. But they build up. So it's like, okay, it makes sense. You have a lot of rooms and everything. But like I swear it's not bigger than 1,500 by 1,500, which is like an average house, right? But that's like the size of a castle in Japan. Land here is almost like, what do you call it? Legos. Like the way they build their houses is almost like Lego precision. You have the piece, you have the land, they put it on it. There's a house literally that's like this big. Why?
Because Japan's the size of California.
The whole thing, though, it's a little bit bigger than California. It's a little bit bigger than California.
When I looked at the map, I had the like comparison thing, and they're like practically the same size. Maybe like Japan's a little longer with islands and stuff, but
you know,
their perception of time is ridiculous. You know how like for me to drive to like LA is like 3 hours.
What's that?
From me to drive to like San Diego to LA might be 2 hours, 3 hours, right, on a bad day.
Sure.
Here you go 3 hours, 2 hours for lunch day just to say hi. So like they're like, oh, you wanna go to barbecue? This is where I've been then. I'm like, sure. It's an hour away from me. That's no big deal. It took them 3 hours. Like the other people, it took them 3 hours to get there.
Damn.
And I'm like, do you guys like go distances this far? They're like, yeah, only problem is you pay the toll. There's no like, everything is a toll road. Like design-wise, everything is a toll road. So you pay. So every little thing you do, the problem is you pay.
Why don't you? I mean, at that point, I would just take the train, you know, and like.
I love the train. Yeah.
That's what everybody does. Like, this things started making sense that didn't make sense before. Because I was like, why everybody taking the train? You might as well just buy yourself a car and whip it, you know. But things like that start making sense because like it takes you longer sometimes to go by car than it is to go by train.
Because the train there is always going to be on time, right? So
it's always on time,
more often.
But the scary part is like, I don't know if you guys experienced this while you were there. You will have like these random stops on the train where the train just like stops and like you just be waiting and like no. Majority of the time, somebody tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, that's like normal as shit though. That would happen in like New York too. Like they just stop the train for whatever reason, you know. So,
but here it's like every 10 minutes
that the train's going.
Like you be on the train and it's like, emergency, braking, blah blah blah. But they have a nice cleanup crew that like does it like chop chop chop. But like, dang, you'll be like, I've counted 17 today.
Interesting.
And everywhere has like the suicide, you know, please do not think about it. Which is kind of funny because like they put the signs like because somebody already did it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So when you look around,
I feel like they could easily put up like a gate system. You know?
I feel like they can, but they won't.
Yeah.
And
there are
all the places that you see like the suicide like jumping thingies are places that people already attempted. So I'm like, are you actually preventing? Because when you're doing it after,
do not do that here. Yeah. You're like, oh, I have to follow the rules.
And for that one, but like you're giving them like ideas on how to plan the next one.
They probably already thought about it before. Regardless of the time.
But if you go downtown Tokyo, where the train just does that circle, you know, rather than the line, I think those do have the gates that open and close. You know, a couple.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
They do.
but then when you get to rural areas or areas further out from there, then it's just like Daniel said, like it's just open. You know, like maybe a yellow bumpy thing on the bottom. That's it.
So Japan is around the same size as California. California is approximately 403,882 square kilometers, while Japan is approximately 377,915 square kilometers. Japan, 93.57% the size of California. Meanwhile, the population in California is 37.3 million people, 88.3 million more than in Japan. We have positioned the outline of California near the middle of Japan. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's somewhere in there.
Put it in front of Jones, or in front of you guys. Yeah.
I see California. Where's Japan?
It's the lighter colored one.
Hold on.
But yeah.
Is that the same size?
They're about the same size, but California has 88 million more people.
Jesus.
So California could be its own country if we wanted.
The wild thing
they
is,
always told me that California was going to have an earthquake, then it's going to split off the United States and be like the United States of California.
The movie 2012, where it just goes right through California.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people always think that Tokyo is like a small circle packed of people, but you can go in 40 minutes in any direction in the train and you're still in Tokyo. It's wild.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like LA in that sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like
could take you
the county is huge, but there's like a ton of towns and cities and stuff.
Could take you like an hour to go like 5 miles.
Well, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tokyo is actually huge in its own, but no, actually Tokyo is smaller than like Saitama is huge. Saitama, that's why there's a bunch of stuff that always happens there. Saitama is huge.
Look up Tokyo in comparison to LA.
And,
hey,
I really like Saitama. Like all the little grocery store next to our hostel was like the best thing ever. They just like wake up and they'd be making all that food and like separating all the different dishes. It was just like, damn. I could eat there like every day.
Santin, the last time you went spearfishing, what you catch?
Ooh, okay. Oh man, it's bad when I struggle to think back that far. I know exactly. So I am sorry. I hate doing this. I'm gonna have to find it on my phone because it was a year ago. I will say the last thing I caught whole was trout up here. Oh, last trip I did was to the Keys. It was with a flight attendant friend, and it was with like a random guy. We went camping in the Keys, set up our tents, and hopped on a boat. And dude, let me tell you, the first day we get out there and we go deep, it's like 500, 1,000 feet deep, crystal blue. And these mahis start swimming up, like beautiful fish, man. And I shot my first mahi that day as well, right? You're doing that, you're going around. And then the guy stops out of nowhere when we get back on the boat. He's like, yo, you guys got to jump in right now. There's tuna 120 feet under us, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll try and bring them up a little. I dive down.
Bring up, sorry, I don't.
No. You bring them up. So you have these shiny things, and tunas have big eyes, so they pick up the shiny things, and they see the little shiny things you throw, and they swim towards it, giving you a chance. You know.
Okay.
Well, I start diving down. I'm about 40 feet, which the tuna are supposed to.
You just
dive? I hold my breath and I go under. Yeah.
40 feet.
My deepest is 100, but my deepest I've ever shot a fish was maybe 85.
Damn.
You're free diving for tuna?
Yeah.
Wait, do you have like the weights?
I have. So if I'm doing those type of dives, I usually do less weight because I'm going deeper. Gotta stay safe. I've got at that point maybe 8 pounds around my waist because I have a type of wetsuit that's really floaty because it's a different type of wetsuit. So gotta It's a whole math on that, but it's the right number for my weight at that moment. And it gets it. So the way it works is that when you're at 33 feet, you should not sink or float. When you're at 66 feet, you should just sink like endlessly, nonstop, just without kicking, you're going to sink. That's how it's supposed to be. Well, I get down to about 40 feet and I see this huge thing coming up, right? And it wasn't the tunas. It was like a shit ton of giant tiger sharks, just like massive, shit. Just like, and I'm like, and I look around, I'm like, okay, sharks, I'm gonna maybe just chill here and see if they notice me. And then I'm gonna keep going. And then my friend starts freaking out, and she starts, when we get back to the boat, she yells at me. She's like, why did you tell me there were sharks? I'm like, I was underwater. I couldn't speak to you. And she was so mad at me because I was willing to go after the tuna. She's like, there's sharks for getting out. And I'm like, yeah, tiger sharks, you know, they might go after, I don't know. I was like really debating if the tuna was worth it.
You got out.
If you freak out and like swim away like all crazy, they're gonna notice you more. Like yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing is she's like scrambling to get to the boat, and here I am doing another breath to try and go under again. Like the sharks was chilling there, but it was beautiful because I did shoot my biggest mutton snapper. Don't know if you know what they are, but the beautiful color of like pink and red is on their color. In Japan, the closest thing to them, Daniel, would be Kawasaki, the fish named Kawasaki. And it was a beautiful, I was sitting at about 55, 60 feet, just sitting there, not moving. And this fish just comes right in front of me, like, you know, and I just go right there. And my friend looks at me because they were chasing it. I was like, hey, it came to me, not you. Yeah, dude, it was beautiful though, because you get back to the campsite, you chop up your fish, you cook some fish tacos right there. And there's these girls called Salty Sisters, right? They take the fish skin and they make jewelry from it.
Cool.
So I got a piece made and everything. So, but dude, it was this beautiful mutton snapper, the best one I got, and the mahi. The mutton snapper was probably like, I don't know, like size of my torso. And then the mahi, that was a dream, man. It was a beautiful trip. And that was my last time out. So I guess it was a good one to end it on. Not end it, temporarily end it.
Postpone.
Yeah, postpone. Yeah.
That's fucking dope, dude. That's so intense. The idea of going that deep in the water and holding your breath for how long are you down there? Like 4 minutes or something?
So if I'm above water, right now I'm not peak performance. I am.
Right, sure. When you were doing your
when I was peak performance, above water, like on the surface, maybe 15, 20 feet, 5 minutes. If I'm going down that deep, though, maybe max a minute and a half to 2 minutes, max.
Oh wow, that's not very much time.
No, so you gotta like be efficient because it's like you're not you're trying to meditate, right? You guys trying to like you keep your heart rate low. The issue is you're at the same time seeing fish, seeing sharks. You're supposed to move, and it kills your oxygen though. You know, you guys know I went spearfishing in Japan, right?
No.
Oh, so I messaged a guy on Instagram, and he's living all the way in Kobe or Kyoto, and I'm all the way in Nagoya. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, come on. I'll lend you my gear. We'll go out together. I'm like, okay. I walk an hour at 4 o'clock in the morning to the highway. I hop on the bus, and I don't know if it's the right bus. So I say, Kokobasu wa Meitetsu bus center iki desu ka? Is this bus going to the Meitetsu bus center to go to the train? He's like, I got on that train. Then from there, you have to walk 20 minutes to the train station, or like 15. Hop on a train that goes an hour all the way to the small fishing village, like along the coast. Then you have to then hop in then he picks me up from there. We hop in his car, go for like an hour and a half further south. Then you have to hike over a mountain for an hour. By the time you're there, it's like 12 p.m. And that was an experience. Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Except one time I did do it when typhoon was like a typhoon came out of nowhere. And we were there. We got separated, man, and it was crazy shit. The typhoon managed to pass by, but it was late. And I looked at my buddy. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna make it to my train. Like the trains are gonna shut down. This is not gonna work because we had just finished grilling fish on the beach. This man said, no, we're just gonna cook another fish on the beach, and I'll drive you home. So it's like probably 10 o'clock. He drives 5 hours to Nagoya in his car to drop me off at my dorm room. And like, I swear it was 3 o'clock and he was going to drive all the way back to Kyoto. I told him, hey, you want to stay at the dorm room? Like, you know, don't drive. I got his fuel and everything, but he's a lifetime friend just like you guys are over there too. Yeah.
So what kind of fish were you catching over there? Like with him, you know?
Opaleye, Kawasaki, sea bass, their type of sea bass. I almost got a sea bass. That was a dream. Hamachi, sometimes he was getting that. Octopus.
Hello, Taylor, right?
Yes. Yeah, I really wanted to get one, but they were too small. So I refrained from it. But we were doing a lot of the bottom fish, like the rock fish almost, you know. Mm-hmm. Because I was using a 3-prong, not a spear gun. Okay. So then it has limited reach. The Japanese 3-prong is funky because it's slimmer. So you have to wrap it around. The American style is more thick, right? So you can just go straight up. It's more powerful, but slower. Japanese one is like a freaking dart, like, you know, freaking, yeah, great times. If I go back and Daniel's there, obviously see Daniel, then go with him to Biwako, the biggest lake, I think, right? Daniel, is that the biggest lake? Might be. And go camping, spearfishing on there for, you know, trout and stuff, and go to the ocean. But yeah, if I go to California, you guys know I'm going spearfishing. There's gonna be some tuna involved.
Hell yeah, that'd be fucking sick. It's like warm enough, so there's probably a bunch of tuna out there right now.
Where would you go spearfishing in California?
I didn't catch anything. I was in Baja. What did you say, Daniel?
Where would you go spearfishing in California?
Like Baja, California area.
Baja, California, that's Mexico. That's great. Yeah.
Like Catalina.
Yep.
You could go to
There's like there's like more islands out there, like in that area.
Yeah. And the kelp forest. If you can get to those, you can maybe get some sea bass. Yeah. Catalina Island has a lot of things going through there because it's that beautiful area. But all the guys I follow, like you guys said, there are big tunas. They're getting like several 100-pound tunas. And I got a guy named, I think his name is like Mr. California on Instagram. It's Matt. His name is Matthew. But his family owns a restaurant, so he takes these fat ass fish, puts them in the cooler and dry ages them, and has sushi parties all the time. And I would love to be there.
Yeah. We were in Catalina not too long ago, and my sister's husband caught like 3 like 80-pounder tunas. We didn't exactly weigh them, but they were they're pretty big. They weren't too fat, but they were like that fat, but they were like 3+ feet long. There's some big fish.
You guys must have ate good.
Oh, the whole neighborhood we became friends with pretty quickly because we were handing out like freezer bags full of tuna to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
A lot of fish. Yeah, it was nice. A lot of sashimi. It was fucking delicious. Yeah,
I'm always, if you guys ever want to try, I always like to say safeties first. Of course, I know I can save you guys. I always want to, I'll probably give you guys a breakdown on a little safety for me in case if I drown.
Okay.
Every year, I'm gonna be honest.
I'd be able to go though. I've been like 90 feet, but that was like with scuba diving.
You guys can do it. You guys are fit. It's all mental. It's once you get through the mental part of it, knowing that you have nothing except for what's in your lungs. I've been trapped under rocks before, and if you freak out, you'll really get screwed. But every year, I'll be honest with you, the bummer is that people die in my sport a lot.
Of course they do. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I
die every day.
And then there's the Japanese clam divers or whatever, and they fucking hold their breath for like 15 minutes or some shit.
Dude, freaking amazing.
It's like they dive for like clams and pearls and stuff, right?
Yeah, I think they're called the Uma divers.
Yeah.
They're breath for 15 minutes.
And it's mostly women or something.
to go for sea cucumbers and all the things that they can grab off the floor abalone. Now, the crappy thing is they've now not all of them, a lot of them have become commercialized for tourists to go gawk at and stuff like that. There are still a handful that are, you know, genuinely doing it for doing it. The others are owned by big companies for tourist attraction. It's like everything that's, you know, really cool turns into kind of a controlled touristic thing.
Like just do their thing, or
they do it, but more for show. Like they still do it, but not in the same way like where it was tradition, like mom to daughter, and they would go out there not with wetsuits, just sometimes with some cloth on and really do it. Those tribes are probably fewer now. I'm only saying that because Seji is my spearfishing buddy. He says, yeah, he explained to me about that because I asked him, I wanted to see them, and he's like, yeah, you know, you'll find a few here and there, but they're a bit more tight knit now because they're, you know, separated into commercial and, you know, still the old school way.
Sure.
They have a lot of culture here, a lot of like random, mysterious culture.
Hmm.
I would love to try the snake sake. Is it snake sake in Okinawa? Yeah. Freaking coiled up snake in there.
But that wasp, what was that, wasp sake or something?
Wasp sake, bee sake, frog sake.
Sake it up.
Even the sake yogurt.
Sake yogurt.
Yogurt
sake.
Oh man.
Flavored cigarettes?
No, yogurt sake.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
And it tastes just like you imagine it to taste. Which is scary.
Is it like yogurt but little boozy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Do they still have those strongs out there?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I realized something. The marketing here is crazy because like every 3 months, they switch up the flavors.
Wow.
Seasonal.
Everything switches up every 3 months. Like actually every month, everything switches depending on the location. When I got here, they had like Hawaiian themed stuff. So Hawaiian Coke, Hawaiian musubi rolls, Hawaiian, you know, stuff. Now it's like Kobe stuff. So you get a lot of Kobe beef, you know. They have like a Kobe beef rice ball, you know, and the beef is around the rice.
You're too hungry. Yeah, you're hungry now.
Dude, I'm hungry now too.
I'm hungry too. All right, let's call it wraps.
Hey, perfect, dude. My battery is low, so this is perfect time. It was great speaking to all of you.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you guys.
It was. All right, y'all.
Pirates out.
Peace.
You guys later.
Peace.
All right, later, y'all.